Hey you, so on this video, how much will this coin appreciate by? It's going to be a range of videos I'm going to be doing, going over a load of the collector coins that I've picked up at some point and just going over my own personal opinions and views on where I see them going, where they have been price wise. A lot of the times individuals have asked me, you know, how I pick a collector coin and how do I know, and I've always mentioned you never know how well a coin's going to do. At the end of the day, when you pick it up, it's off your own thoughts or hopes that a coin can go on to do well. So by doing this coin series, going through some coins that have done well when I picked them up at the very start, some coins that have done okay when I picked them up well into their run, and just give a price point of where they are, how well they've done, and just their price history, and ultimately where I personally see it going from there, my own personal views and opinions once again. And you know why I picked them up. An individual getting into collector coins or just inquiring just on how well they do, and you know whether it's been a good or bad pickup, can get some type of gauge from my own personal experience. So kicking this one off is going to be with this 2008 Kookaburra coin. So I'm just picking up the coins randomly that I have at arm's length. So this coin came from the Perth Mint in the old style capsules, but you know, a stunning piece, never that. So why I ultimately ended up locking in on this Kookaburra coin was when I first got in and I was in the full swing of collector coins, this one popped up. It was a hot coin on a lot of people's lips and definitely worth looking into if you was going to be getting into the Kookaburra series. Now this isn't by no means, it doesn't work like that on some of the coins that I've seen in a lot of the series, where the very first coin is the one that's doing fantastically great. It can be anything that can get a coin, you know, picking up some traction, some hype behind it, whether it's a YouTuber and their mother loving the coin and that just gets the hype train started. And from there, it normally needs something like the dealer selling the coin to clock onto that and then start selling the coin at that inflated or that current price, and then it normally finds its ground. So I ended up picking up this piece because I got into the Kookaburra coins. I liked them. While I was doing my research into them, as you will find out as you do yourself, there's going to be a number of the Kookaburra coins that stand above the rest in terms of resale and just likability, and this was one of them. So when I first went about this, the prices on these were mediocre. You know, my game plan to begin with is they're not scarce, they're not that scarce, and I'm just focusing on the 1 ounce here. The motif design is a stunning piece, but I'm going to be focusing on the 1 ounce, so I'm going to be mainly focusing on the coin in hand that I'm referring to when I'm talking. It's not very scarce, but this is one of those coins where you are located on the planet is going to be a different price point, and I've realized that these tend to sell for a lot more for individuals in the US. Now I believe it was Atmex at one point had these coins selling for upwards of $100, and that's the 1 ounce Kookaburra coin here. It was one of the coins that Atmex put on their hit list, so I believe they do a random year kook. And you know, individuals may lock in on that, hoping that they get someone with their more desirable kooks. But I personally believe that was just a ploy, and they'd be offloading kooks that they had in abundance. And you know, putting random it was misleading in the end of the day, because I've seen videos where individuals would get the same 2014 or something, the same kook, and you know, it's very rare you'll get one of the more desirable ones. I will show more in future videos, but this was ones individuals would be hoping for, and definitely one that Atmex knew was of high value. So it was up there with the dealers, and a lot of the US dealers ended up putting up this piece here for high amounts. As I said, it was upwards of $100. Now my game plan getting onto these, I did pay a high premium when I first came about them. In one of my videos, I believe I done an unboxing from a German dealer, and it was just a case of seeing them available with the dealer in bulk, in quantity, and locking in. I can't remember what I actually paid, but I went on to get a bunch more at somewhat of a much prettier price, and that's what I was aiming for when I went for this coin. I knew I definitely wanted it in bulk in my stock, in my stack. If it was a strong Kookaburra coin you wanted, I mean, as we're time of this video, the series is still going on. It has no end, so having this one in your arsenal is a fantastic play. So my game plan to get this coin was to try and find out the cheapest price. It wasn't easy. It took a lot of looking about, a lot of dealer hunting, and I knew dealers in Europe were always going to be doing the better price on this coin because a lot of them were lapped up by a lot of the German collectors once upon a time, and that's how I was able to find an extremely large amount when a dealer was able to purchase, I think, well over 1,000 off of one individual that had stocked up on the 2 ounce and 1 ounce of these coins. Now, whether they traveled out to the US in bulk, in quantity, of course, many collectors of the coin did, but I don't think individuals really stacked up on them, and that's why this coin ended up being the price it was in the US. Now, where it is now, this coin sells well. You know, if you're going to be getting into it, depending on the price point you pick it up for, I think it's a very, very strong coin. Roughly talking, I don't believe I know the price when they first came out. I think it was no different than a standard issue coin. I'd need to look into what they are, but I do know that they have appreciated in value. Now, with this coin here graded, I did grade some myself. I'll give some prices now. Anywhere upwards of £100. I believe the last one I sold graded went for £100 sterling. So that's around $130, $140, let's say. And now that was a steal, because not to forget, dealers do put this up for £100 raw, and that was a 70 I had sold at that price, a PCGS 17 raw. This coin here in Europe, you'll find after packaging and everything, you're going to be looking at about €35, say £40, so anywhere from $45, $50. And this is in Europe. Now, that's currently, this coin has sold for a very large premium in Europe and in America once upon a time, but currently I'd say worldwide, in this coin in the raw form, you're still looking to pick this coin up for around anywhere upwards of $60 to $100, and that's raw. So I've seen graded ones sell as of recent, 70 PCGS for instance, upwards of $130, $150. The mintage on the 1 ounce was 300k, so you know, they sold out, no issues and no qualms. So with this coin here, getting into the kookaburras, as I've mentioned, it's definitely one of the ones you're gonna want to get regardless. I think personally the best sizes are this 1 ounce, just because of, you know, how easy it is to move around and how liquid it could be if you wanted to liquidate it, but also the 2 ounce for me personally. Now I say the 2 ounce because it's a size, even though it's appreciated much over the original bullion sell price, it's still manageable. I'd say it's palatable for a lot of individuals. Of course, with a lot of the perf mint coins, when you look at the 5 ounce or the 10 ounce or even the kilo, much lower final mintages, but I don't think once you add the appreciation over the coin, a lot of individuals are that interested, where it's going to appeal to a lot more individuals in the 1 ounce form and the 2 ounce, because once again it was part of the infamous 2 ounce collection that got halted, I believe, in 2009. So these are the best plays, the 1 ounce. Where do I see the coin going from here in terms of, can it go up anymore? Well, time of releasing this video, this coin is 10 years old. It's been selling for high premiums, and I think it's found its current price. Does it have room to go? Most definitely. I mean, as the Kookaburra series continues to go on and have no end in sight, individuals may get fed up and not choose to jump on board with a lot of the newer coins. The plus side with a lot of these older ones, where you didn't suffer from a lot of the privy marks, so there wasn't that much oversaturation of the coins in many different variations and forms. So that is one of the best plus sides to a lot of the older Kookaburra coins in general, and even some quite a lot of the coins from the perf mint. They didn't really get oversaturated. This coin came out, I'm not sure if it came out in other, I know it came out gilded and in specimen sets and the likes of, but you know, it wasn't fully pimped and pumped as a lot of the newer ones are. I do see it having room to grow, because regardless of an individual coming in, it's one of the best investment coins to get into in the Kookaburra range, because it's so highly liked, and dealers also see it as a coin that sells for a premium, so they do pay a premium buying back. The best game plan when approaching to find this, I would give recommendation, is saying try find it for the best price possible. You know, with any coin, always on the secondary market, you can come across an individual not knowing what their situation is. They may need to fire sell the coin, they may be in a tight bind, and you can pick up a bargain. If not, it's readily available. You know, it comes Grading the coin on this one here is always going to be your best bet, because they ain't a gigantic population of them. I don't know if Atmex and Co really took full advantage, so that's another plus side to these older coins. If you get a good bunch, or you know, a decent one, and grade it, you can quite easily get a fair bit of what you paid and some little profit on top. But it's definitely one of the ones to go for. I'll be going over a few more of the other ones and where I see them going. But I think it still does have a little bit more room to go. The longer the Kookaburra series goes on, it's always going to be, I would easily say, in the top 3 when an individual's marking out the top 3 likable coins and the best coins that hold their premium and value. And that's going to be the 2008 Kookaburra coin. So hey, I love it, guys. It'd be great to know what you think of this. As I said, I'll be going over a few of the collector coins that I've picked up over the period and just speak on them and where I see them going and how well I see them appreciating. This one, me being 10 years old, I think it's appreciated well, and it still does have room to go. So it most definitely wasn't a bad buy for me. I know individuals that purchased this coin in 2011, and you know, it's definitely leaving a dent. But hey, I love it, guys. It'd be fantastic to know your thoughts on this coin and where you see it, and you know, are you pursuing it? Do you like it? And the likes of in the comments. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.